Greatness, greatness, greatness. Welcome to this short audio about how you can get to your greatness. I have just compiled this to help you understand that your greatness can be gotten by you and nobody else. This is a short preview of how you can get to your greatness. Your greatness is yours. You're the only one who can get it. You're the only one who needs it. And you're the only one who can go for it. So, one of the greatest things that you need to understand is that nobody can ever get you to your greatness except yourself. Nobody can ever put you in the greatest thing that you ever wanted except you. One of the greatest things that I would like us to think about today is what is it? What is all this greatness about? What is all this feeling great about? I want to believe that greatness is living your ultimate. Greatness is living that great life that you've always wanted. That great thing that you've ever wanted to have. That kind of life that you wanted to feel. The feeling, the greatest life, the greatest friendship, the greatest anything that you ever want that is beyond what you already have right now is your greatness. And this is what I would like us to think about today. Thinking about how you can get your greatness, how you can get there, and what are the things that you need to know before you think about getting there. So I've compiled a short thing about what are some of the components, what are some of the avenues that you need to check in your mind that is going to get you to your greatness. And the first thing that I thought about was your mind. When I was thinking about greatness, I thought that God has given us a great mind. We are great in our own way. Right now, when you think about what you are, when you think about what you have, when you think about the being of you, I want to believe that that is one of the greatest greatness that you already have. And we all have strengths within us that are going to get us to the kind of ultimate life that you want to ever live. God created man in a great way because God is a great God. He created you as a great being, and that's why God said that He has given you dominion over everything that is on this earth. You have been given dominion to dominate everything. Dominate your own mind. Dominate your life. Dominate your ambitions. Dominate your destiny. Dominate everything that you feel is trying to come against. Because somebody said that if you stop searching for what you want, what you don't want will definitely set in. So, what is it that you want? Do you want greatness? Go for it. Pursue it. If you don't do it, then failure, discomfort, discouragement, feeling lack, feeling like you're not living will always set in. So, if you want your greatness, if you want to become the greatest whoever you want to be, you must get to your greatness. You must start thinking about it. You must start working towards it. This is what I want us to do right now. Think about that mind that God gave you. God gave you a mind to know the right and the wrong, to differentiate those two and get to your great mind. Somebody said that the kind of life that you're living right now is out of the great uh, thinking that you've ever had. Which are those great thinkings that you've ever had? How did you just sit back like this and choose the career that you already have? The greatest and the best things that are happening in your life are happening because of one of the greatest thoughts that came in your mind and you give it life. So, how can you give greatness life? It's by thinking about it, working towards it, and doing all it has that is needed for you to get there. If we think about the mind that God gave us a mind that is above every other creature that is created by God. A mind that can be developed, a mind that can be nourished, a mind that that um, can be worked on, and something good comes out of it. Now, if we go to the mind that God gave us, I would like us to just look at some few things that God gave us as our mind. You are what your mind is. The way you think, what comes in your mind every time? What runs in your head every time that you're alone? What are those thinkings that you think? What are those things that you think about? What is running in your mind when you're alone? What runs in your mind when you're alone, that is who you are. So think about it. Think about it. What is it that you think about most of the time? What is it that comes in your mind every time? that is what you are. Think about all you want to be is in your mind. The greatest things that you want to have is in your mind. The greatest ambitions that you have wanted to be or wanted to have is in your mind. It is by guiding and controlling your mind that you will get there. Mind is like the plotter of your life. If you need your life to be governed and to be pushed to what you always want to be, the thing that you need to work on is your mind. Let your mind think about the right things. Let your mind go the right direction. Let the mind that you have lead you to thinking, to planning, to purposing, to deciding on what you need to do. And when you start thinking about it and you think about your mind and you take charge of your mind, then definitely you will get to your greatness. All right? The other thing that I would like us to think is what you expose yourself to that becomes a part of your thinking. And that um, is what will make you who you are. Think about it again. What you expose your mind to becomes a part of your thinking. And that makes you who you are. What are those things that you're thinking about? What are those things that you expose yourself? What are those kind of thinking that you expose your mind to? Whatever you expose your mind to will become a part of your thinking. And when it becomes a part of your thinking, then that is who you will always be. Think about it. When you think about music, think about the beautiful music that you always listen to. Think about it. You become that music. You become somebody you feel like you want to be a singer. You feel like you want to become one of the greatest musicians that there is. Why? Because you have exposed yourself to those things. If you expose yourself to the right people, expose yourself to the right material, expose yourself to the right atmosphere, to the right thinking, then that becomes you. And that is who you will be. So think about what you expose your mind to. What are those kind of musics that you expose your mind to? What are the movies that you watch? What are the materials that you listen to? Those are the things that tells you who you are. And those are the things that pushes you to where you already are right now. Think about it. Make the right choices. Think about the right things. Expose yourself to the right material. Expose yourself to the right people. And you will get to be the right kind of a person that you want. Your mind will only think about what you wanted to think about. Your mind cannot guide you. Your mind cannot dictate on what it wants to think. No. The good book says that we are not supposed to be slaves to our mind, but to be masters to our mind. We are supposed to tell our mind what we want to think, what we want it to think about. We are supposed to dictate to the mind what we want it to think about. And the moment you think about